Hi everybody, it's Paula from the Real Polish Fanatic blog and jewelry by RPF. Thank you for stopping by my little corner of YouTube to spend a little bit of your day with me. The other day I saw in a Facebook group a post from somebody named Ashley. This was in the Bluebird Lacquer Lovers, a BKL fandom Facebook group. And she said that this was kind of a little hack for, she called it the peely base method to keep hollow flakes from being overpowered by deep pigmented bases. You know, sometimes if you have a dark base color with hollow flakes, the flakes can sometimes get lost in that dark color. So she had seen in a different Facebook group a post about somebody using peely base coat to help, just bring those hollow flakes so that they don't get overpowered. So anyway, thought I would check that out live with you guys today and see if it is true or not. So let's take a look. Let's get the camera turned around and we'll take a look. Okay, so I'll start with what I did have on my hands, on my fingers. I had this, and it's still on my right hand, so I'll show you that one. I had this Bluebird Lacquer. I don't know how you say this. I'm not sure. But anyway, this was a charity polish that she made for the disaster that happened in Maui a couple of months ago. So this is just a really pretty kind of orangey pink with hollow flakes. A lot of orange shimmer. It's really, really pretty. I have that on my right hand and it is still on my left thumb, so if you happen to see that. But that was a good one. I like that. All right, so to get to this peely base method to keep hollow flakes from being overpowered by deep pigmented bases, I actually used one of the polishes that she had used in the post I saw in that Facebook group, and that was this one by Bee's Knees. It's called It Is My Punishment. I have that one here on my index and middle finger. You can see it is filled with hollow flakes. Hopefully you can see that. It's a dark purple base. And then I thought I would try it on my pinky and ring finger with this other Bee's Knees lacquer called My Sweet Cheese. So what Ashley did in her post on Facebook was she first put down a peely base coat because she'd found out the hard way that using peely bases over polish is very difficult to remove with acetone. I am living on the edge because I did not do that step. So after she put down her peely base, she did 2 layers of a normal base coat to prevent staining. And again, I just used 1 coat of my normal base coat, so sort of did that one. And then she did 2 coats of Bee's Knees, It Is My Punishment. So on my hands right now, I have just 1 coat of my regular base coat and then 2 coats of each of those polishes that I showed you just a second ago. And on my index, I've messed up my index already a little bit, but on my index and pinky, I stopped there and I went ahead and put my normal quick dry top coat on. So those 2 would have been just done as a manicure. That's what it would look like. 1 coat of base coat, 2 coats of color, 1 coat of just normal top coat. And on my middle and ring finger, I'm going to go on to her next step, which was 1 thin coat of a peely base. Now she didn't say what peely base, I don't think she said what peely base she used. So I have 2 of them here. I'm going to try each one. One is more of a milky white, Orderly One Night Stand, and the other one is more of a milky clear, which is by Unt. I don't think it really has a name. It doesn't even say it's a peel-off base coat, so I'm hoping that that's what it is. I'm pretty sure it is. So I'm going to put one of these on these 2 fingers here, and then I'm going to let that dry. It does take a little bit of time for peely base coats to dry, so I'll let that dry, and then we'll come back and put on the last step, which is just a normal coat of your regular glossy top coat. And we'll see if there's any difference between what I'm doing now and what I just did as a normal manicure. So I'm going to use the Orly One Night Stand. I'm just going to paint that right over these 2 coats of the bee's knees. It is my punishment. Just put that on like that. And then, just to see if there's any difference, I'm going to take the unt and say, she did say to use 1 thin layer. I may have gone a little too thick, but I'll try and do a thinner layer of the unt over my ring finger. And see, I never was a big fan of this unt as a peely base coat because in my opinion it doesn't peel that well. I do know the Orly peels really well, so I wanted to include that one in there. So you can see the Orly is still milky, and it will take a few minutes for that to dry fully. You'll know when it's dry because it does turn clear, and we will come back and pick this back up once that is dry. I'll see you in a few. All right, I am back. My peely base coats have pretty much dried. Still a little bit of cloudiness on the very tip of my middle finger, but I will go ahead and put my favorite quick dry top coat, which is by Dury Miracoat. Put those over these 2 fingers and see if it makes any difference. I don't know what the magic is behind this, and I don't know how anybody would have thought to put a peely base coat on before a quick dry top coat, but if it works, it is a good thing to know. So I wanted to share it with you and try it live. I did not test this out ahead of time, so we are trying it live here together to see if it makes any difference. So of course my top coat is still wet, but you can definitely see, especially with this blue one, the hollow flakes are much more prominent. See if I can get you to see that. And this one also, they are also much more prominent on those 2 fingers too. It almost looks like a different polish on my index and middle finger, but the one with just this one just has a regular base coat, 2 coats of color, and regular top coat. This one has my regular base coat, 2 coats of color, a peely base coat, and then a regular quick dry glossy top coat. And same with this one, regular base coat, 2 coats of color, 1 coat of a peely base coat, and regular glossy top coat. And this one has got the regular base coat, 2 coats of color, and just a regular top coat. So it's definitely does make the hollow flakes much more prominent than without that peely base coat. It's kind of amazing. I don't know, hopefully you guys are seeing this, especially in that blue, you can tell. Let me turn off this bright light and see. It might be too dark to be able to see anything. Yeah, I think it's too dark out. So, yeah, I don't know why somebody would have tried that, but I would say it definitely does work. See, it's hard to not get that big glare from this bright light. But yeah, I think that's a winner if you have a peely base coat and it's something you want to try. I like it both ways. It's a little more flat looking without the peely base first. Still a very pretty polish. But yeah, the hollow flakes just really, they sit up on top a little bit more, it seems like, and are much more noticeable. Yeah, that's a winner. All right, so what did you think? I think it definitely did do what they said it would do. I'm kind of amazed that that is the outcome. Let me see if I can get that without it being blurry. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a convert. I definitely would say that did do what they said it would do. So I think it's a winner. It's a good hack. Let me know in the comments if you know any nail polish hacks that you've heard lately, or anything that you just do on your own that you've always done that maybe other people don't know about. I'd love to hear about those in the comments. But otherwise, I'm going to say goodbye for now. Thanks so much, everybody, for stopping in and checking out my video. And I would love to hear from you in the comments. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.